In this video, we're gonna go over 5 real estate side hustles that you can start incorporating right now. The reason I'm creating this video is because a lot of people are looking to get started in real estate, but they're strapped for cash, and I totally understand that. So I wanted to provide some additional solutions that you can start using today in order to start generating some money while learning the business until you have enough money to really start ramping up your own real estate investing business. Let's get into this. All right, everybody, so what we're gonna do is talk about 5 real estate side hustles that you can start incorporating in your real estate business today. A lot of people wanna get started in real estate, but they don't realize that it does take a little bit of capital or some time in order to be able to speed up the process when it comes to real estate investing. So I wanna share some strategies today, 5 of them to be exact, that you can use in order to build some money for your pockets. Now, before we jump into the details, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, and make sure you leave a comment on this channel. I don't want you to be shy. I want to help you in your real estate investing business, so I want you to ask questions or at least share some of your experiences so that other people can benefit from it as well. And with that being said, let's jump into the content. So real estate side hustle number 1 that we're going to talk about today is called a pre or post acquisitions specialist. Now, you might be asking yourself, what in the world is an acquisition specialist? Basically, an acquisition specialist is someone who helps acquire properties, given the name acquisitions, okay? So pre-acquisitions would mean taking on tasks before you acquire the property. Post-acquisitions would mean taking on tasks that are handled after acquiring a property. Now, some of the things that you can actually do when it comes to pre and post acquisitions, I actually have a list right here on my phone. Some of the things that we take care of in my business, some of the people that work for my business, some of the things that they take care of rather, is they take pics of properties. Maybe they run comparable sales. Maybe they contact contractors, put lock boxes on properties, or anything that needs to be done before actually acquiring the property, before actually making an offer on a property can be done by this acquisition specialist. And this obviously pays depending on, the investor that you're about to do some business with. Normally, we pay a 10% commission once we actually close the deal. So if we close, let's say, a deal and we make a profit of $50,000, our acquisition specialist will then make $5,000 for doing that particular deal. So another way to do it is to pay hourly. Maybe you could pay, let's say $15 an hour to an acquisition specialist. The whole point is a pre or post acquisition specialist is a great way to make some money in order to allow you to help building up your own revenue so that you can invest into your own real estate investment business. So by taking on a position like this, you can handle these pre and post acquisitions tasks for a local investor and be able to generate some revenue for yourself. Side hustle number 2, as a real estate investor who's looking to start the business and learn the business at the same time, is to become a sign hanger, a bandit sign hanger. Basically, those 18 by 24 signs that you see on the side of the road that says "We buy houses" on it, all you're gonna do is hang those signs for investors. So here's how this works. Contact some local wholesalers. You can find them on Craigslist or on Facebook Marketplace. You can contact local real estate investors in general, even if they're not wholesalers, real estate investors in general, and let them know that you're willing to work for them, hang their bandit signs for $2 to $3 per sign plus some gas, and you can work whenever they're available. Now, once you get the job, all you gotta do is put the signs out. And to be really effective when it comes to hanging bandit signs, you wanna go to high traffic areas where there's gonna be a lot of people. You don't wanna put signs halfway down the street. You wanna put them at the corners. There's stop signs and stoplights where people actually have to stop and read the sign. Now, in addition to that, if they have to pick up the signs by the end of the weekend, you can charge an additional $2 to $3 per sign just to pick up the bandit signs once the weekend is over, if that's what they choose to do. Some investors like to put signs out and leave them out, and some investors like to put them out and pick them up after a certain amount of days. Now, real estate side hustle number 3 is to simply become a cold caller. This is a really easy way for you to learn the business, learn how to talk to sellers over the phone while working for another investor and generating deals for that investor. All right, so how does this work? Really easy to do. All you got to do is go to Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or call those We Buy Houses signs that you see on the side of the roads outside and contact your local investors, whether it's a wholesaler or a real estate investor. Let them know that you're willing to work for them as a cold caller. You have very little experience over the phone, and if they provide you with a script, you will pick up the phone and you will call up every single lead that they provide you with in order to be able to get leads for them. Now, generally, as a cold caller, you can get paid anywhere between, let's say $250 a week to, let's say, an hourly wage plus commission. It depends on the investor that is running their business, and it depends on the investor's budget. But at bare minimum, you should be making at least $250 a week as a cold caller, and you can even negotiate a small percentage of the deals that come in as time goes on. But you have to prove that you can actually be effective as a cold caller first. At the end of the day, this is a great way for you to learn the business, learn how to talk to sellers at the investor's expense while you're getting paid to learn the real estate investing business. So when it's time for you to start generating leads for your business, you know exactly what to do. So strategy number 3 is to become a cold caller for a local investor, or even a virtual cold caller, someone that's outside of your market. You can actually become a cold caller for them as well. All right, so strategy number 4 is a strategy that everybody can do. It doesn't take any sales experience. You don't have to talk to any motivated sellers. The only thing you have to do is put in the work, and that's to provide a cleaning service for local real estate investors. Now, you can provide a cleaning service for wholesalers, and you can provide a cleaning service for rehabbers as well. Sometimes wholesalers want to present the properties in a better light, so they get the properties cleaned. Maybe wholesalers, which is a combo of wholesaling and retailing, those investors definitely will want to get the properties cleaned up. Or maybe you talk to a local rehabber and you tell them that you have a cleaning company, and once the rehab is done, they can come in and get the property cleaned by you and your company. All right. Either way, you're providing a cleaning service for a local investor. Based on the size of the property, you'll charge them accordingly. Just to give you an example of what local cleaning services here would typically make, my contractor's wife has a cleaning service. So once he's done with my rehabs, she'll usually come in and she'll charge me anywhere between $200 and $1,000 to clean the property thoroughly. So this is a great way for you to not only generate some money, but also to see how other people are rehabbing their houses. And then you can also pick their brain while you're talking to them. A lot of real estate investors wouldn't mind talking to you, so you can start educating yourself a little bit more. So become a property cleaner. Learn how to clean properties. All you need are some cleaning supplies and a little bit of legwork in order to be able to get the job done. You can make anywhere between $200 and $1,000 depending on the size of the property. And at the same time, you get a chance to see the outcome of what some of these rehabbers are doing and start really learning what you need to put into a property in order to make it sell. Now, real estate side hustle number 5 is another really, really easy one. You can do this for anybody, anywhere in the world who's buying real estate. You can do this virtually, you can do this locally, it doesn't matter. And all you're gonna do is become a closing coordinator. And there's services out there who charge anywhere between $250 to $300 to become a virtual closing coordinator. All right, and I hire these companies frequently in order to handle the closing process. Typically, as a real estate investor, if they don't have a dispositions manager, they'll be willing to pay someone a couple of $100s to handle the entire closing process for them. And I actually have a list of some of the things that we use our virtual closing coordinators for, and that can be to send agreements to buyers that are interested in the property, contact attorneys or title companies, depending on the state that the property is in. Follow up to make sure deals proceed to closings, right? Make sure that you request a HUD a couple of days before the closing so that you guys can look over the numbers. The investor who's purchasing the property or transacting the deal can look over the numbers in advance. and handle the entire closing process in general. So as a virtual closing coordinator or a local closing coordinator, you can make anywhere between $250 to $500 a transaction. You can even take a percentage of the deal on the back end if the investor decides to hire you on full time as part of the team. It depends on how you work it out with the investors, but you can really expect at bare minimum $250 per transaction to be able to handle the entire closing process. Now, how do you do this? Really simple. If you notice there's a pattern here, all you're gonna do, contact local investors or even virtual investors, someone outside of your market, let them know that you can handle the entire closing process for them for a flat fee of, let's say, $250 or a flat fee plus a percentage, whatever you decide to negotiate. But at the end of the day, investors need closing coordinators, especially as a growing company, and you can be the solution to that particular problem. So there's 5 real estate side hustles for you. And there's obviously a lot more side hustles that you can incorporate. And if you're looking for more side hustles outside of these, you want some more ideas, be sure to watch this video that just popped up on the screen where I share some additional side hustles. Some of them has to do with real estate, some of them don't. But either way, you'll be able to benefit from that video if you watch it and take action. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.